Alright, this is my channel, we're gonna do car stuff. Hey, thanks for checking out my channel. The next couple of videos, I'm going to be doing a new custom switch panel in place of the factory stereo, and then a hidden Bluetooth amplifier tucked back underneath the dash. It has a little radio controller that'll be mounted with the switch panel. That'll probably be the next two videos. This video will probably just be making the switch panel. I'm going to vinyl wrap it. I've never done that before. New switch panel, vinyl wrapped, radio controller installed. That's probably it. Usually when I go into a project, I try to do the part that I don't want to do the most first. That way I get it done and over with and I can enjoy the rest of the project. Unless if I screw up that part, then I'm just mad the whole time. So the part that I don't want to do the most is drill into and cut into this stereo delete panel I got. It's really hard to cut up something that is perfect for a certain function. It's just not quite what I need it for. I got some cardstock type paper. I think I'm going to make like a mock-up of it and maybe attach it to the center console and get an idea of what it looks like. That way I don't do the final drill and cut on this and then be disappointed with it. So I'll do a mock-up on this layout and then maybe also this to this, where to cut on this layout. You'll figure it out. Okay, so after cutting cardstock, cutting more cardstock, drawing lines, erasing lines, calculating, staring at a ruler, this old crusty thing, for a very, very long time, this is what I've come up with. Radio controller dead in the center, 4 switches out across the bottom. In all my videos, I want to be upfront and honest. If I screw up or have problems along the way, I'm going to show you that, because very rarely does stuff just come together on these DIY projects. When you do custom stuff, you're going to make mistakes and problems are going to happen. With that being said, here's where I'm at now. First, I was measuring the controller bezel. I was spending a bunch of time, wasting a bunch of time, trying to figure out the dimensions of this to cut the hole in this. Then, light bulb, look at the instructions right there. Turns out that in the instructions it says what size of hole to cut the whole entire time. It just says to cut a rectangular hole, and this has round corners. So me, being the overachiever that I am, I thought I could cut the hole with rounded corners. Then I wasted a bunch more time figuring out how to use a drill bit, drill a hole to make said rounded corners. When I was all said and done, I screwed up drilling one of the holes, which made it sit crooked on the plate. Or as my lovely wife from New Jersey would say, it's at crooked. So I dremeled out certain spots to get it to sit level, but now it doesn't sit very tight. I actually looked at the instructions some more, and it even says in there, if you cut the perfect hole, to put a little bit of glue on the top and the bottom. And I really don't want to use glue. I feel like, especially with the white marble vinyl that's going to go on this, it's going to be really hard to get like a clean look of glue around the edge. So I have a different idea on how to go about it, but I need some supplies, which I think I have at my storage unit, and my dog could use a car ride anyways, so we're going to go see if we can find some stuff. Hey, what are you doing with my shoe? Wanna go for a car ride?
You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Ooh, I've been on the flex since flex zone. Neighborhood all in your eardrums. I ain't never scared like Bone Crush. Boy, I got God, don't fear none. My line busy, take no calls. Feels like I don't have no flaws. Snakes in the grass, cut those off. Yo, squad shady, my bros raw. No breaks, we go, 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 go. Throw shade, that's a no, 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 no. Go high, go low, low, low. Like spinning in a 644. Cash money like 504. Ball like AD24. No sleep, need more, more, more. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car.
I had to Dremel out some so it would sit straight, and then it was very loose. And like I said, I didn't want to use the glue, so this is what I came up with. This screw right here in the center was provided with the stereo. It's used to mount the controller into the bezel so it stays in there. What I came up with is I found these in my storage unit. They were just some sort of mounting tabs for something else. I put the screw through those first, and then used some random hardware I had to basically push down into the back of the plate and sucking it this way to create tension. Yeah, it's solid in there. So yeah, that should do the trick.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. I'm a real one, my day ones. Try speak up, can't say none. Try dig dirt, there ain't none. I make the money that save up. 10, 10, 80, my save ones. Take to the top on the base one. New car, race on. Fast lane, pace on. With the booyah, that's a flex. Not human, I ain't from another planet. I'ma teleport, might vanish. I'ma wake up, do damage. Join number 7, he's bored though. Working all night, need more though. I remember nights I was poor though. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Alright, check that thing out. It's just the test fit obviously right now. Even on that scratched up black, that looks sick, I think. Man, I'm pumped on that.
You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
So along some of these edges, you can definitely feel there's a little bit of a plastic lip. I've already shaved some of them, but I'm gonna go back at them with a razor scraper. The razor blade might also work really well on this, but I'm just gonna go like this and it'll just take off that little bit of a lip. Yesterday I wrapped it, but I forgot to clean it first. I think I was supposed to clean it first. And I know that you always should clean something before you put a sticker on it. It probably would have been just fine, but I just didn't want to wind up with the vinyl peeling in the heat or something like that just because I forgot to clean it. So in the end, it's not that big of a waste of vinyl, but today I'm going to clean it with isopropyl alcohol, then I'll rewrap it again. I know a lot of vinyl guys use this. That's a little bit that I do know from watching a couple YouTube videos. The cool thing about this is you can just buy it at a drugstore and then you can literally put a spray bottle top straight onto the top of it. Alcohol is nice because it doesn't leave behind chemicals and it dries really fast. love the chrome on the marble and the black on the marble. I think it flows super well. It looks sick. Something I haven't really seen yet, so I'm excited on that. I only have one small complaint. I knew that the face of it was going to sit back a little bit because the stereo actually comes all the way up to like this lip right here. And I think it sits flush with this part and this part right here. The stereo face sits up there. But I don't like that there's a gap back there. And it's not the fault of the guy who manufactured it. It's just the way that it bolts up. There is a company that makes a one with a raised face. It still bolts into the same spot, but they shape the plastic so it comes up like the stereo would. But they only listed it fitting a 90 to 93. I don't know what the difference of that specific piece is. I know that the general tombstone of the 90 to 93 is different, and it has something to do with those didn't have a passenger side airbag. So the tombstone, the bezel around everything is different on that one, but I don't know what the difference would be of this one. And I can only figure that it doesn't fit how it should because a company wouldn't limit themselves if they could make one piece to fit twice the amount of models. Alright, well that does it for today. Thanks for checking out my video. The switch panel is ready to go in the car. The next video I will be taking apart the VIP tray, wrapping it in the same marble vinyl. I'm going to make a wiring harness for the switches and the accessories. I have a wiring diagram I came up with to show you how I power everything and how that all comes together. And then I'm going to figure out where to put that amp, install everything, put the interior back together, get it all back up and going. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. You can just click it. You don't even have to smash it like everybody else wants you to do. If you're into this custom car stuff, please consider subscribing. If you click the notification bell, it'll let you know whenever I come out with something new. If you have any comments or constructive criticism, hit me up in the comments. I will get back to you. This is basically what I do. I just come up with car stuff, weird stuff sometimes, and I try to make it and try to figure it out. And now I'm trying to record it while I try to figure it out. Kind of an adventure for all of us. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Put the place up. Put my face up.